What a whirlwind week for Dakoda Shepley, opting out of his Saskatchewan Roughriders contract, signing with the San Francisco 49ers, and boom, he's into camp down in San Fran. He joins us on video chat. Dakoda, how you doing today, sir?
Great, man. Thanks for having me.
Hey, I appreciate the time. Look, I've read all these things about NFL training camps. I've never been around one. I'm shocked you've got the time to do an interview. Is it like sun up to sundown right now in 49er land?
Yeah, pretty much for me. Just because I got here so late into camp, but it was a really weird situation. I got signed on Saturday, and that was a player off day. And then Sunday, Monday were the last 2 days of camp. So they broke camp yesterday, and today's a player off day. So I'm getting a lot of time to learn the playbook. And I've actually had more free time than I've expected, which has been good. Like I said, learning the plays. So.
Oh, good. Well, of course, as you know, it's not going to last. It's going to pick up now. But I want you, if you don't mind, to speak for CFL players that have opted out. I don't know if you're seeing social media. Fans are panicking. They're like, "Oh, these guys are bailing on us, on our league. What does this mean for the league?" And it's a business deal. Can you just talk about your own story? What led to the decision? How long it took to sign? Would you mind filling us in on that?
Sure. Well, I mean, players like me and most players in the CFL spend so much time, money, and resources in the off season, making sure they're ready to play football. And when you've invested so much of yourself for 8 months or 6 months or whatever it is in the off season, to not have a football season after all of that, I think you'd be crazy not to go down every road possible to make sure you play football at the end of it. And that was my mindset going in with the opt-out clause, and I didn't really know what was going to come from the opt-out. I'm very pleased with how it turned out, and I think that's the mindset of a lot of these players who you see opting out now in the CFL. We've spent all this time, like I said, bettering ourselves for this game, and to not be able to play football at the end of it would, it sucks. It really does suck. So yeah, I think it's just finding a way to play football at the end of a long off season.
Brett Lowther was on with us on Friday, and he said, "I wish the CFL had told us earlier we could opt out," because he's still looking for an opportunity. In your case, it seemed to go like this. Was it a contact through your agent? They had a need? How did it work that it was the 49ers?
Yeah, so it was like Brett, it was a long process. I was in communications with Brett throughout the whole delay of the CFL season and the ultimate cancellation of it. Hats off to the Riders organization for doing everything by the book. You'd hate to release a guy, let him opt out early before the season's canceled, and then find out that we're going to have a, whatever it is, 4-game season, 6-game season, whatever. So the Riders were really great in doing everything by the book. And sure, it could have been earlier, which would have given guys who opted out more time to find work. But in the end, I mean, for me, it worked out. And I'm sure for the guys who do opt out, there's going to be, it's a different year this year. It's weird how everything's going down. So you never know what could happen. Guys could get injured, could test positive for, this thing called coronavirus. I don't know if you've heard of it, Rod. Yeah, it's going around.
It's running
so
our
you
life.
Never know. Yeah, exactly. So just staying ready, I'd say, for guys like Brett who are later in the process than me. That's all you need to do, because the opportunities will come if you're ready for them.
We're telling all the athletes, stay ready. That's all you have to do. You are living proof of what it means to stay ready, because you were. So let me ask you this. We've had some chats over the years. You've got your UBC experience, All-Star, winning it all, your Jets experience, and then a fantastic year with the Riders last year, all building to this. I mean, has it all helped? Once you got on that field in San Fran, did you feel right at home?
Absolutely. Coming out of UBC going straight to the NFL was a huge learning curve. One that, admittedly, in hindsight now, I was way underprepared for, just because it's just such a jump, and you can understand that. So I really did need the year a year of professional football under my belt, playing, a full season and understanding how to play like a pro, prepare like a pro, live like a pro. And it really helped me, I feel now, for where I am now, as far as a football player, my maturity level on and off the field, as well as my off-season training. I've been spending a lot of time down in Dallas, Texas, with a guy named Duke Manyweather, who's well respected as an offensive line guru, technique and strength trainer down there. So I've been working closely with him, and paired with that and the CFL season under my belt, I feel ready as ever, more ready than I've ever been, at least to play a football season here.
And that's what I don't think people understand. Those kids coming right out of NCAA right now, which I'm sure you're lining up with, don't have those 2 years pro that 2.5 really, I guess. But last year with the Roughriders, just the season that you had, I know you're not looking back, but for 60 seconds, please do. Blocking for Cody, lining up between Thad and Clark, just a great year that you had. Warm feelings, I would think. I mean, you came out of that better off for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I love those guys, and I've been in close talks with those guys since signing out here with San Fran. And, they were very happy for me, and it was a great experience learning from guys like that, pros, like you said, Dan and Thad and Cody, especially seeing how they prepare and how they play the game and how they approach the game has really helped me and gotten me where I am now.
My last one for you, Dakoda. You didn't just sign with a bunch of Rudy Poos. We're talking about the defending conference champions here, the San Francisco 49ers. Like, I can't imagine they got a lot of jobs open down there. What's your expectation of being in camp with the 49ers?
I'm going to do whatever they tell me to do. Right now they have me playing center, and I've fully embraced it. It's great for me because I'm learning the playbook at an accelerated rate. It's really coming at me quick. But you know what? I'm taking everything they're throwing at me, and like I said, any way that I can help this team, that's what I'm here to do. So I'm not saying no to anything, and I'm making sure that I put in as many hours as possible to make sure I have a job at the end of it.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, I've said it before, I'll say it again. You got it all. You're smart, you're talented, you work hard. I don't know what else there is. So we're watching very closely up here. Good luck, man, and go 49ers. Thanks for fitting us in today.
Thanks, Rod. Appreciate it. Good to see you again.
Good luck. Same to you. Dakoda Shepley checking in from San Francisco. I just find it amazing. I don't know how you folks feel about the 49ers, because there was the 80s and 90s 49ers, and then there's the last 20-year 49ers. And now they're back on the upswing, and Dakoda Shepley is part of it. And they signed him, and they think a lot of him, and it's a hell of a story.
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.